Hey everyone, it's Hayes. In today's video, this is like, oh, I had planned to do something else today and I'm going to film that one later, but I was alerted to my Discord server about the presence of a video, a fairly new video. I think maybe by the time you're seeing this it's a couple of weeks old by now, but for me it's only a few days old, on Ms Mojo of the top 10 Miraculous Ladybug moments. I'd actually really love to do my own top 10 moments at the minute, if you're wondering what I'm doing, because I have a lot of stuff planned and now I've pretty much submitted my thesis. I'm just waiting for the Viva portion of my PhD, which won't be for a couple of months. So I'm still technically a PhD student, but I'm pretty much done. But basically in this time between submission and my Viva, which is where I found out if I'd pass or not, is I'm basically rewatching the whole show, ready for this timeline video that a lot of you have been asking me to do. It's not hard work to sit and rewatch my favourite TV show, but it is time-consuming work. But as a result of rewatching the season, I'll be able to tell you my top 10 favourite episodes so far, top 10 favourite moments, top 10 worst moments, top 10 worst episodes, and also like these look back character development on like Marinette, Gabriel, Adrian, Natalie, Alia, whoever else you want me to do. So yeah, of course this is my own opinion on their opinion, but I'm more of intrigued to see what they picked. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I know we'll all have very different favourite moments from the show because we all watch it for different reasons. I think definitely for me, one of the main reasons I watch Miraculous is for the romance. So I think my list would probably have a lot of Adrianette Lady Noir moments. Personally, I am sure Ms Mojo's list is going to look very different to mine, as it would to yours. I think there will definitely be some similarities, but it definitely won't be the same. So I'm going to turn it up so you can hear what they're saying, because due to copyright I won't be able to play it on the screen, but I will link it down below for you to go and watch if you haven't seen it already. So let's get started, besties.
Best moments in the lovable kerfuffle that is this show.
A lovable kerfuffle is the best way to describe this show, because it is, I love it dearly, but I also can't deny it's not a mess most of the time.
Number 10, swapping Miraculouses.
It's personally not a favourite of mine. I don't really like the Miraculous swaps all that much. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I would really like this season to see more of them. Not Marinette and Adrian. Everyone else, like Alia and Nino, they know each other's identities. That would be cool. Anyone else, maybe Milena and Ivor will tell each other. Rose and Julika, Mark and Nathaniel. Maybe some swaps there would be cool. I'm kind of done with Mr. Bug and Lady Noir. The novelty's worn off. Yes, I like it, but no, not really. Let's skip to the next one.
Number 9, Marinette tells Alia she's Ladybug.
That was a pretty good moment. I still remember. I didn't film a reaction to that. I don't think my first reaction video was till Wishmaker. But I still remember I was just sat in my room. I was ready to film. I'd already done my makeup. I don't know why I was, because I had to wait for the translation to come out, which wasn't going to be for like another hour. But I was already dressed. I was still laid in bed though, because I usually watch things laid in bed. It's more fun and relaxing. And whilst I've learnt more French between now and then, I still knew enough French to tell what she said. I screamed. My entire family came running thinking I'd really badly hurt myself, something like that. No, I was completely fine. It was just, oh, I was just so excited for it. I think I did make a theory video, probably one of my first ever theory videos, where I was like, I feel like she's going to tell someone at the end of the episode, and I theorised like, it's going to be Alia, is it going to be Cat Noir? I feel like I said someone else, maybe. I think I maybe said Alex because of the Rabbit Miraculous, and we knew she was going to be in this episode at the time. I think at the end of the video though, I said I think Cat Noir was the most likely. Oh, how wrong I was. Although I would still love her to tell him. Are we ever gonna get that? Anyway, let's find the next moment.
Number 8, Luka Finds Out.
You're not listening.
Oh, in Wishmaker, yes, the Wishmaker moment was great. Although, do I prefer Alia? No, yeah, okay, I prefer Luka finding out in Wishmaker. He was just having a good day, finds out. Is it Marinette first and then Adrian, or whichever way around it is. He was just like... Not only do I know their identities, now I know Marinette will definitely never date me again, because I do feel, in my opinion, Luka is still in love with her. He knows it's not going to happen, but like, I feel like he still has some feelings for her, but for him to be like, now I definitely can't because Adrian is Cat Noir, they're basically soulmates at this point. What am I supposed to do? You can't do anything, Luka. It's just the way the cookie is crumbled. Yeah, I think I prefer Luka finding out in Wishmaker. And also the way he reveals it. Even though I'm not a big fan of migration, I love the way he reveals it. Where he's just talking to Ladybug and calls her Marinette. Yes, love that.
Number 7, the aggressed history.
It's from representation. To be fair, okay, in theory, I don't mind the play. I think the play's fine. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a little strange. And I'm like, where did you get the costumes? Where did you get the props? Who wrote this? Like, did you do this together? Like, did Felix just one day, like, sit Kagami down? I was like, okay, this is kind of what happened with my family. And then they wrote this, and then when did they rehearse it? It's just like the concept of it is weird, but I don't mind it. Honestly, my only issues with it is one, I got confused at points when watching the play, and I'm 27 and the show is for 8-year-olds, and I know other children who I know in my life who I'm related to have also been confused by this episode, so it's not just a me issue. I'm not just stupid. I know it's not just me. I do think it's a bit confusing, and honestly the only part I dislike about the play is that Felix tells Marinette that Gabriel is Monarch, but then she does nothing with said information for like a solid day, and then she's surprised and confirmation when she finds out. It's just a bit strange. Like, if you literally just took representation out, the season would flow normally, you just wouldn't see any of the party. We best not be seeing any other scenes from representation on this list though, Ms Mojo, or I will not be happy with you, okay? And one other thing I like about the play is that it's showing instead of telling. Obviously it's telling at the same time, but it's presenting it like a fairy story, saying like, once upon a time there were 2 princesses in the Kingdom of England or whatever. So like, it's showing us what happened as well as telling the story to the audience with something visual. It's not just boring, it's not Felix like getting Marinette to the school and he's like, okay, here's what happened to my entire family. My dad is dead because my aunt, you know, he shows her. So it's a really good example of storytelling. It's just a bit confusing for younger audiences, which is a bit strange considering target audience is for a younger audience, and also the stuff about telling her that Monarch is Gabriel. Just doesn't quite make sense, but you know.
Number 6, the plane kiss.
I like the idea, sorry I cut Marinette off, I like the idea of the plane kiss. I think it's very romantic, and I also liked that they saved the kiss for then. Well, I mean, I know they've kissed before that, but the first one they remember at the minute. I don't think we're gonna time travel and retcon everything else that's happened recently. But I know I'm not an animation expert in that I know literally nothing, but why did it look so stiff? They were just like paralysed. It was very strange. Like, the moment itself was sweet, but it looked a bit weird, you know? The elation kiss better be on here. The elation kiss and the recreation kiss. Looks so good.
Number 5, all the times they ever found out each other's identities.
I do feel like we might need to be a little bit more specific. Like which one? Because to me the one in Cat Blanc was absolutely amazing, and the one in Ephemeral was a bit meh. Like, I liked it, don't get me wrong, it was cute, it was sweet, but the one in Cat Blanc, oh, it was so good. Adrian realising that they're the same person, and then him coming to save her, and him transforming as he's running. Yes, it was so good. The Ephemeral one is a bit... It's nice, it's cute, it's sweet, but there was like more stakes involved in Cat Blanc, which I guess just sums up the entire episode anyway. But you know, it just wasn't as good. I really like the Cat Blanc one over Ephemeral, but to be fair, I feel like they are very much the same episode, but one is so much better than the other.
Number 4, Cat Blanc.
I would put the cat.
I thought they just meant like all of it, but I think they mean specifically Cat Noir transforming into Cat Blanc when he gets akumatized. It's okay. I don't think any akumatization has got me really like, oh yeah, good moment. I don't know, maybe Marinette finally getting akumatized will get me like that. I don't know, is that gonna happen? Who knows at this point?
Number 3, Ladybug Loses.
Oh, in Strike Back. Oh, I don't know. I guess. It was pretty impactful. It did make me feel a lot of things. I remember my reaction video, like, so I have anxiety and I also have a lot of panic attacks. And because I was just so into it, I didn't even realise she was having a panic attack, which is awful, but I didn't realise she was having one until I rewatched the episode. So what I usually do on a brand new episode day is I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I'm not getting spoilers from Twitter or the messages saying, oh my god, did you see the episode yet? Did you see this bit of massive spoiler? So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, I watch it for the first time for doing my makeup, film my reaction, and then I rewatch the episode at least once, sometimes twice, really depends on the episode, and I take notes and then I sit down and film the commentary. So I'm pretty sure in the commentary I mentioned the panic attack, but in the reaction, because it's my first time seeing it, I was just so into it and I was like, oh my god, please win! I was like screaming at her just to get up from Adrian's bathroom. Obviously I realised afterwards she was having a panic attack, but I was just so into the episode. Didn't even cross my mind that's possibly what was going on. It is a good moment, I think it's very effective, and I guess it did have to happen sooner rather than later. But I also really liked it because I feel like a lot of kids shows don't show the villain winning because it's kind of hard to, you kind of can't show the bad guy to win because it kind of shows the kids, like it teaches them. The thing with kids TV, you gotta make it educational in some way, and that also kind of includes showing doing bad things doesn't mean you'll get what you want. If you want to get what you want, you got to be a good person, you got to do good things. So it's often really tricky to show, but I really like the way they did it in Miraculous. Obviously Marinette's won again after that, but I did like that she lost, as painful as it was to watch, because I love her dearly. I love my girl, and I felt terrible for her.
Number 2, Monarchs Wish and Defeat.
Stop.
I guess. I've never really thought about it. Maybe it's because recreation, the only bit I really truly liked was the kiss between Adrian and Marinette in the back garden in the pool scene or whatever. Like, most of recreation I just really intensely dislike. So it wouldn't even think about being on my top 10 favourite episodes, let alone literally any of it being in my top 10 favourite moments. But like, don't get me wrong, I do think the wish was cool to see, but I'm still mad about it, to be honest. Part of me wants him to like face justice for everything he did, for terrorising the city for a whole year, for abusing Adrian. You know, like, there's just, I'm gonna make a full video about kind of Gabriel's redemption, but I know everyone on Twitter was like, oh well, he died, like that's him facing justice, and I'm like, to me personally, it is not. He didn't face any consequences for his actions, and everyone's like, well, he died, that's the consequence, and I'm like, but I really feel like everyone needs to know what he did. He gets to live on as like a saviour, that he helped Paris to defeat Monarch and accidentally died in the process. Kinda not having that personally.
Here are a few honorable mentions.
Alright, what you got?
Marinette is almost akumatized, only to ruin a heartfelt Mary Cat moment.
I think I prefer the almost akumatization in Ladybug personally, but I did like this one too.
Tiki and Plag find out. Knowing
I love that moment in the Dark Owl. There's so many people who hate the Dark Owl because apparently the animation looks weird. Then there's me who absolutely has no idea what looks good or not. I love that moment, and actually it was the start of my first audio fic here called My Lady. Oh my god, because they're in the container together, they de-transform, Tiki and Plag in there, and Adrian's like, I gotta do it, and he opens his eyes, and that's how the fanfiction starts. It's one of my favourite all-time moments. Oh, yes. Agree, this should have been on the list, not as a mention. Should have been on the list proper.
the holders meet their Kwamis. You can't beat...
In Origins? I guess it's cool. It's definitely one of my favourite moments. If I was to pick a favourite moment from Origins, I think you'd all agree with me. The umbrella scene. Obviously, you know, like it's a fine moment.
Number 1, the umbrella scene.
I'm not sure if this would personally be my top favourite moment, but I definitely think it would be on the list. The first umbrella scene, like the other scenes have been cute, like the one in Ephemeral, the one in Mr. Pigeon 72. Cute scenes, definitely. I won't pretend they're not cute scenes. Definitely not my favourite scene though. I think it would make the top 10 list, maybe in the top 5 of mine personally. Like, it's a cute scene. I appreciate the scene, and it has fueled everyone's obsession with Umbrella and Rain in this fandom. Anytime the sky looks remotely grey, because the sky is usually lovely and blue unless stormy weather's been akumatized, everyone loves the umbrella scene. I don't know a single person who doesn't like the umbrella scene. Even the people who don't watch the show for the love square, I feel like everyone likes the umbrella scene to varying degrees, but I feel like everyone likes it nonetheless. So anyway, besties, that was me reacting to the top 10 Ms Mojo Miraculous moments. Some of them I really agree with. Umbrella scene, I feel like the dark owl scene should have been on the list. But like I said at the start of the video, I am partway through my rewatch of the show. By the time this video goes up, there's another cat. Do you have to do this? I've nearly finished the video. Please! I'll just finish, he can do that. And I'm hoping that by the time this video goes up, that I will be pretty much almost done with season 3 of Miraculous, including the Shanghai special and the New York special. So once I have done all of the season and I have all my notes that I will ever need for this show ever, up until the end of season 5 I guess, we will get on with all the other bigger videos I've got planned between now and season 6, or I guess between now and the end of Ladybug, which sounds fun. So I'd love to know what you think of this, besties. Were any of your top favourite moments included in the Ms Mojo video? Do you agree with what I said or not? I'd love to know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!